Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's okay. Take two.
Video. I'm her favorite person in the world.
While these babies are fighting. Take three, let's try it again. Action, look how cute she is.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, take the from 5 to 4. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I have Inez and I'll be filming a glam tutorial on her. So right now I'm just doing her eyebrows. So I'm using my MAC Deep Brunette Veluxe brow pencil to just fill in her brows. I'm gonna have all the products down in the description box, and I'm just now carving out her eyebrows with my NC43 concealer by MAC. I just put it on the back of my hands. I have NC43 and NC48, which is what in the Studio Fix concealer, which is what I'm using right now to carve the top of her eyebrows, which NC48 is closer to her skin tone and NC43 is lighter. So I'm just using a brush to blend that out. Now I'm just going to repeat the same step on the other side. Now I'm just using the remainder of the concealer that was in the back of my hand as her eyeshadow primer. So I'm just muting out her eyelids. I'm just taking it with the same fluffy brush I was using to blend. I think this is the MAC 286. I'm not sure. So now I'm just taking my Lower Mercier translucent powder. I like to set the lid when I'm doing makeup. It's only certain eye makeups where I would put the concealer and not set the lid, but usually I do it. So I'm just setting her eyelid because this is a night look, so we want everything to stay in place for the girls because you know we're gonna be dancing and partying. So I'm just using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think this is volume 1, and I'm just using the browns to start creating a crease, like creating a transition. I'm just going back and forth with like brown shades from the palette. I didn't do a very good job displaying the shades I was using, and it doesn't matter, just use like a neutral like brown shade. So now I'm just going in with lighter color to diffuse the color a little by her brows. And I took a smaller brush, I think this is the MAC 217, and I'm just like building on like a darker brown to start creating like the contrast between her lid and the corner of her eye. So just creating a new crease, and I'm bringing it a little high because this is a night look, so it's gonna be like full on glam. So I'm just repeating the same step on the other side, building it. So now I'm taking this dark purple, like this plum purple she has, and like the black in it, and I'm just building on the outer corner of the eye. As you can see, you start to see that effect, that contrast from light to dark, which is what we're doing, and we're keeping the dark on the outer corner of her eye. And I'm just bringing it to her crease a little just to add like a soft cut crease effect. That's why I'm bringing like that shadow slowly to the middle of her lid. So I'm just blending. Right now I'm just taking the same concealer brush I used earlier with some concealer, and I'm just gonna slightly carve out that part of her lid, just doing like a slight like cut effect. I'm just doing that part because I'm about to use a shimmer, and because I set the eyelid and because I want to know the exact placement of the shimmer, so I'm just carving it out. It doesn't have to be super perfect because we're not doing like a sharp cut crease. That's why you see me going back in with my blending brush and my browns and just diffusing that a little because I just wanted to see like the exact placement so I wouldn't go too high. So I'm just repeating the same step on the next eye and bringing it up. There's not too much product on the brush, and then I'm just patting the product through where I want the eyeshadow to be, and I'm going back in with the brown again and just diffusing that part because I don't want it to be a perfect like sharp line when you're doing an actual cut crease. That's why I go back and diffuse it. So now I'm using these two light shades. It's like a light champagne and a light pink. I mixed it, and that's the color that I'm gonna use for her lid. I also sprayed the brush too, so the shimmer can go on smoother. So I'm just patting it on, taking my time, going to places that I want it to stay, and I'm just going back with my blending brush and diffusing it. So I'm taking this palette from Starstruck Cosmetic. It's my friend Saika. She's Haitian and black, support black business, and her line is so dope. This is one of her palettes. It's like a pressed glitter palette. They're so easy to use, no fallout, no crazy mess. It's so, like, I literally used my fingers, and now I'm just showing you the shade. I'm just patting it on the lid. It's so easy and perfect for you girls that want to take your look from like day to night really quick without having to create too much of a mess. So just going back in, blending again, diffusing the line. So now I'm using Ariah lashes by Curly Marie Beauty. The link would be in the description box. So I'm just applying the lashes. As I'm pushing it down, I'm also pushing it up because I want her lashes to stand straight. Yeah, you see how when she looks at you, it's like instant glam. So instead of like leaving it forward, I'm pushing it down forward and then pushing it up. That's a trick for you to like change the shape of your lashes too, like how people see your lashes. So now I'm taking this Laura Mercier jumbo pencil. It's like in a bronzy color, and I'm just using it instead of using black because I want to bring out her big beautiful brown eyes, so I don't want to close it out with black. So I'm just using Brush Black by MAC. I'm just drawing a line on the top so I can like hide the lash line and just give it, you know, more of a night look. Yes, so cute. She's so pretty. And guys, guess what? I also did her hair. Like, I don't do hair, but you know, sometimes I lay the wigs for the girls. Let me stop. But she's so pretty. So now I'm just using my Bobbi Brown Skin Base as her moisturizer slash primer. I'm using a dual fiber brush from MAC. I'm using this Laura Mercier liquid foundation. I'm gonna link everything in the description box. So I think this color is pecan or hazelnut. I think hazelnut, but I'll link it. So I'm just starting to build the foundation. This is gonna be full coverage, so I'm building. I don't like to go instantly into full coverage, and what a dual fiber brush does is take away any excess product too. So even so, like, you can be full but still look like skin. So that's why I'm using that brush. So I'm just blending it, making sure I hit the edges. You know, you don't want a line of demarcation once that flash hits, especially because this is a night look. So you definitely want to always blend to your edges and down to your neck. So I'm just blending again, and now I'm using concealer. I had put 2 layers of foundation, so I'm just using the NC48 concealer now, which is the darker one. I'm putting it on the high points of her face where light naturally hits. Now I'm using this Armani concealer, and it's closer to her skin tone. I put it to add extra coverage to her forehead because her skin is a little bit acne prone, so just to have that extra coverage where she has her acne scars. So that's why I used the concealer there instead of adding another layer of foundation, because she didn't need it all over her face. She just had the scars on her forehead. So now I'm just blending it down, the NC48, just putting it around her mouth, because women of color, we tend to have discoloration there. So I'm just using that to blend. As you can see, the concealer is a little lighter, but it's still closer to her skin tone. This is a Real Technique blender. So now this is NC43 by MAC, which is the lighter concealer. So now I'm using it to brighten her up. The first concealer was closer to her skin tone, so it was used to conceal, even though it was still a little lighter, but it was just to conceal. Now this one is to brighten. So now I'm just using the dual fiber brush again to remove any excess product off her face. Going back in with that Armani concealer because I just moved the spot, just blending, making sure I hit the neck. And now I'm using my Laura Mercier powder and translucent to set her under eye, because this is a night look and we want her to be like set all night. Okay, yes, I'm just doing her on her smile lines, her forehead, pushing it in and not swiping. I pushed it in because remember we put the extra extra concealer, so you don't want to swipe and move the work that you just did. Now I'm just using the Sephora micro smoothing powder. I can't remember the color, but it'll be down below. It's like the matte mineralized powder. It's pretty. This one is like her skin tone. I'm just using it to neutralize the foundation I use, because she's pretty golden and she can't use foundations that are too yellow, so she needs something with a little orange, but you still need to go back in and neutralize the orange because her skin does pull yellow. But just now I was just using the Laura Mercier bronzer in number 4 just to start the bronzing process of her skin, just adding some color back into her skin. And now I am using a bronzer to bronze up her cheek, but a darker one that's gonna show more depth. I'm just using it to bronze her skin. I think I'm using Swiss Chocolate blush by MAC, so I'm just building that up. Then I'm taking my Laura Mercier powder with my Real Technique sponge to just carve out the cheek, because I got a little low, and this is a night look, so we want everything to show. We want the girl to be chiseled and for it to show that she's chiseled. Yeah, I'm using Swiss Chocolate by MAC, and I go back in and I do the same thing. And as I'm doing that, I'm pushing it in because I don't really like the super sharp effect, but I still want it to look like it's there, but I don't want it to look like a line. So that's why I'm blending as I'm doing that, instead of leaving it there for a while. So now I'm just using my Fix Plus lavender scent to spray her face, setting all that powder, because I do use a lot of powder, so I like to spray between a lot of the steps that I do, not only at the end. So now I'm just using a smaller brush to contour her nose. This is a night look, so we want the girls to be snatched. I'm using Swiss Chocolate again, just contouring her nose. And I bring it up to the brow a little, so it can all look uniform. And now I'm just bronzing a little more. This is like a blushy tone, but it's a little more on the bronzy side. So I'm just using that. Now I'm using my highlighter from this palette. I'm lightly bringing out the glow in her skin. That's why I'm applying it like that. I'm like, alright, move back, because she was looking at herself and just feeling herself, wanting to get close. But she's such a good model, so cute. So I'm just turning her head, repeating the same step. I like to highlight in layers.
You're too small. But you want to sit to the camera.
And we're back. Yes, so cute. Okay, so now I'm just continuing to highlight her, just bringing out her glow. That's how I like to highlight. I like for you to look just so glowy, so I'm just layering it. Now I'm using the Starstruck highlight, the spotlight highlight, and the camera did not do it justice. It's like crushed pigments. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, I just wanted to use it so bad. I have to do a whole face tutorial with this, because this is so magical. I wish the camera really showed it, and it looks so much like Trophy Wife, but a more wearable golden, which is so cute. It's super cute. So now I'm just using the bronzing brush just to I like to blend, so I always have 2 brushes in my hand to blend the products together, because I don't like for it to look like it's in layers. I like for it to all look seamless. So that's what I'm doing. So cute. So now I'm always blending, going back in again. Now I'm using the palette again, so I'm just taking the lighter color just to make her inner corner pop a little. So I'm just going in and popping that in. Remember, this is a night look, so you want to be spotted from the table across, okay? Stop. So now I'm just taking these colors so I can smudge the bottom of her eye. I always like to put eyeshadow down there because I feel like it makes the look more uniform. So I'm just doing that on both sides. Let me know what you guys think of this look. So now I'm just taking my medium golden powder. It's my mineralized powder by MAC. So it's lighter than her skin tone. I like to use mineralized powder to brighten under the eye because it just makes everything look airbrushed. So I just go back there to add more highlight because this is a night look, so I wanted her to be a little brighter in the center. So now it's time for lips. Yes, so cute. What do you guys think so far? So now I'm just taking this Night Moth lip liner by MAC. So it's this deep like purple burgundy-ish color, so I'm just using it to line. I'm not gonna make the line too perfect because I don't really want the liner to be there and showing. I'm just using the liner to manipulate the color of the lip gloss to like a specific shade that I want it to be, and to give some definition too, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So now I'm just blending the lip. So now I'm taking this lip gloss by Starstruck. I'll put the name in the description box below. So it's like this nice muted, super muted nude. So you see the color? She was scared. This was so funny because she was really scared. And I'm like, blend. And then she was like, have you done this before? Like this lip combo? I'm like, child, just sit in the chair and blend, okay? This is why I hate when clients have mirrors, because they don't be understanding the process. You see her face? Like, this is so funny. I'm just blending it. So now I'm using this YSL lip gloss. I think it's number 4. I'm creating a whole color on her lips. So you see I'm just taking this lip wand and just blending it in. I'm using that liner to manipulate the color how I want it to be, and just taking my time blending. I want her lips to look like pink glass, like a fuchsia, magenta, like light pastel, but still wearable like glass. That's why I layer so many things. So now she's just feeling herself. Her makeup's done. I'm doing mascara now. Remember, this is a night look, so you want everything to be full on so they can see you, okay? Because these cameras from these nightlife photographers, they be exposing you. Exposure. And you know they're gonna add that smoothing filter and ruin your whole freaking work, but it's a different story. But so I'm just using this mascara. I'm using it to blend her falsies with her eyelashes. Look at that, she's so cute. So the front of her lashes are lifted a little, so I'm just using the dual glue. I'm gonna let it dry a little, then I'm just gonna push it in. If that ever happens, especially when you're going out, you want to make sure that your lashes are secure. There's nothing that, I don't know, makes me feel anxiety more than my lashes lifting while I'm out without any solution to fix it. So just going in again, making sure everything's blended. Now I'm gonna take some blush. So I'm gonna mix the pink and the yellow, and the orange from this Juvias palette. She loves blush, so she couldn't wait for this step. So I'm just using it to make everything look uniform. I went a little brighter on the blushes because remember, this is a night look, so you want everything to stand out and look like it's on, but still be blended and wearable. So now I'm just taking this Nars like lip gloss oil thing and orgasm, and it's so pretty. This is where the glass effect is gonna come. So this is just like uniforming everything, that beautiful work we just did. Ooh, this lip is like my dream. Like, you don't understand how much I love lip gloss. It's so pretty. After this video, she was like, yo, I gotta start wearing color on my lips again. Like, this is fire. So now I'm just going back into that popularity palette, and I'm just mixing these colors, and I'm just going into popping more so I can make the eye stand out a little more. So just final touch is just popping it right on in the middle to make it pop more. See? So pretty. Just blending for the 11th time. I'm just spraying her face again. So now this is the end spray. This is done, guys. What do you think? This is so pretty. Let me know if you're able to recreate it. Comment, like, subscribe. Yes, Nars. That's so cute. I'm so annoying. Aww, she's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna let her slay by herself. Nobody count on your nobody. I'll be the first.
first one, ain't you nobody.
Hey yo, you ain't f up me, you f up the old body. You ain't f up Nikki, you f up Nicole body. Ain't no miles on this here new body. Go up with their heads, these niggas is nobody. Got me a new body, now I need some nude fit. No little word trying to stick me like a toothpick. Got me a new body, now I need some nude fit.
Thank you for watching. Bye.